The cast of New Jack City once ruled the silver screen, bringing to life a gripping tale of crime, power, and redemption. But behind the scenes, their real-life journeys took unexpected turns. Some faced devastating accidents, while others struggled to maintain their place in the industry. As time passed, fame faded, and personal battles emerged. Now, in 2025, where are they? Have they found new success, or have their lives taken a darker path? Join us as we uncover the shocking twists in their stories. You won't believe what happened to them. Ice-T, who portrayed Scotty Appleton in New Jack City, was a determined NYPD detective driven by a deep personal vendetta against drug lord Nino Brown. His role in the film made him a standout in the crime thriller genre, known for his relentless pursuit of justice and unwavering commitment to his mission. Off-screen, Ice-T's personal life took several dark turns. After his success in the film, he faced a string of failed relationships, the most publicized being his tumultuous marriage to his first wife, whom he divorced after several years. Ice-T's second marriage to model and actress Coco Austin seemed stable, but was often marked by Ice-T's struggles with work-life balance. Their relationship went through rough patches, particularly as his career in music and acting took a downward spiral in the late 90s. Despite having one daughter, Chanel, the couple faced issues of infidelity, and their marriage was heavily scrutinized by the public. Ice-T also struggled with a growing disillusionment with Hollywood, retreating from the limelight at times. Though he made a comeback with his role on Law & Order, SVU, his estate is valued at $20 million, bolstered by his musical career and acting roles. Currently in his 60s, Ice-T remains a prominent figure in entertainment. Chris Rock, who played Pookie in New Jack City, portrayed a former street hustler who falls victim to crack addiction, only to briefly find redemption. His comedic background made his shift to a more tragic role all the more poignant, showcasing his versatility as an actor. In real life, Rock's journey mirrored that of his character in some unsettling ways. After the success of New Jack City, Rock struggled with addiction to both drugs and alcohol. His personal life was marked by a rocky marriage to Malak Compton Rock, which ended in an emotionally painful divorce after nearly 20 years. They had 2 daughters, but the divorce left a deep scar on Rock, who battled with the emotional toll of being a single parent and the pressures of maintaining his public image. His career experienced a temporary lull, but he eventually bounced back with his stand-up comedy specials, directing, and starring in successful films. Rock, now in his 50s, has spoken publicly about the struggles he faced with mental health and addiction, which led to a more grounded, reflective approach to life. His estate is estimated to be worth $70 million, thanks to his success as a comedian, actor, and producer. Mario Van Peebles, who portrayed Stone in New Jack City, embodied a seasoned, pragmatic police officer leading the charge against Nino Brown's criminal empire. The role was a career-defining moment for Van Peebles, but his personal life was far from as straightforward. In the years following New Jack City, his career faced a series of financial setbacks and missed opportunities. His marriage to actress and producer, Lisa Vitello, ended in divorce after 10 years, citing irreconcilable differences. The couple had 2 children, but the fractured family dynamics took a toll on his emotional health. Van Peebles also faced a series of financial difficulties, leading to significant struggles in managing his career and personal assets. His foray into independent film and television failed to gain the traction he hoped for, and his personal life remained a series of tumultuous relationships. Now in his 60s, Van Peebles still works sporadically in Hollywood, but his estate is estimated at only $5 million, significantly less than expected for someone of his talent. Bill Cobbs, who portrayed Old Man in New Jack City, brought a deep level of gravitas to the film, representing the communities suffering under the reign of crime. Off-screen, Cobb's career spanned decades, but his personal life remained largely private, marked by a series of disappointments. Cobbs had been married twice, both times to women who struggled with his fame and absences due to his busy career. His first marriage ended in divorce, while his second wife, who passed away before him, left him with a profound sense of loss. He had no children, and his family was often distant, with only a handful of close friends remaining after his spouse's death. In the years after New Jack City, Cobb struggled to maintain relevance in an ever-changing Hollywood landscape, experiencing significant financial difficulties. His health declined as he entered his 80s, and he passed away at the age of 89 in 2020, due to complications from old age. Cobb's estate was valued at approximately $2 million, which was divided among his close friends and a few charitable causes he had quietly supported throughout his life. Wesley Snipes, who portrayed the cold-hearted drug lord Nino Brown in New Jack City, was 28 years old when he took on the role of the ruthless yet charismatic figure who would come to dominate the streets during the crack epidemic. Nino was smart, cunning, and willing to do whatever it took to secure his empire, even if it meant betraying those closest to him. After New Jack City, Snipes' career soared, but his personal life spiraled downward. Divorced from his first wife, he married a second time, but that relationship was marred by infidelities and constant public scrutiny. Despite being a father to 2 children, his inability to balance his personal and professional life led to further isolation. Snipes' career saw a dramatic decline as legal troubles surfaced, including a conviction for tax evasion. He spent 3 years in prison, and upon release, his career struggled to regain its former glory. Now in his early 60s, Snipes has attempted to rebuild his legacy with occasional roles in action films. His estate is estimated to be around $10 million, but most of his wealth was tied up in legal battles and an unstable financial history. Alan Payne, who portrayed the conflicted yet loyal G Money in New Jack City, was in his early 20s during the film's production. His character, a childhood friend to Nino Brown, was caught between loyalty and ambition, leading to his tragic downfall. Payne's post-film career was filled with sporadic work, with his most notable roles coming in the sitcom The Payne and later on television. Payne's personal life was marked by failed relationships, including a brief marriage that ended in divorce. Despite his fame in the early 90s, his career never quite reached the heights of his New Jack City co-stars. Payne's struggles with substance abuse led to a personal life that was difficult to navigate. He fathered 3 children, but the relationship with their mother was fraught with difficulties, including infidelity and neglect. In his late 40s, Payne remains out of the spotlight, and his estate is modest, valued around $4 million. His personal tragedy is defined by missed opportunities and a troubled journey to regain stability. Michael Michelle, who played Selena in New Jack City, was 27 years old when she took on the role of Nino's glamorous yet vulnerable girlfriend. Selena's relationship with Nino was marked by luxury but also the constant fear of betrayal and violence, reflecting Michelle's own turbulent personal life. After New Jack City, Michelle's career flourished briefly with roles in hit television series like ER and New York Undercover. However, her success was overshadowed by a troubled marriage to a fellow actor that ended in a bitter divorce after 6 years. Michelle struggles with depression, and a string of failed relationships affected both her personal and professional life, leading her to step away from acting in the mid-2000s. She has 2 children from her marriage, but her relationship with them has been strained. Now in her 50s, Michelle has largely disappeared from public life, and her estate is estimated at around $3 million, much of which was lost in unsuccessful investments and her prolonged absence from the industry. Bill Nunn, who portrayed Da Man in New Jack City, was a towering figure in his 30s when he took on the role of Nino's enforcer. A man of few words but immense physical presence, Nunn's character was the muscle behind Nino's empire, ruthless in his loyalty and actions. Nunn's career had a slow burn after New Jack City, as he appeared in supporting roles in various films and television series. His personal life, however, was marred by a series of personal struggles, including a difficult marriage to an actress that ended in divorce. Nunn also battled alcoholism, which affected his career and personal relationships. Despite fathering 3 children, his relationships with them were strained due to his erratic behavior. In his 60s, Nunn's health began to deteriorate, and he passed away at 63 from complications related to liver disease. His estate was estimated at $1.5 million, with little left to his name after years of financial mismanagement and health issues. Russell Wong, who played Park in New Jack City, was 35 years old when he took on the role of the minor character in the film. His portrayal of Park, a figure who helped ground the story in New York's dark criminal underworld, was brief but memorable. Wong's career took a downward turn after New Jack City, as he struggled to find similar roles that would catapult him back to stardom. His personal life was marked by intense battles with addiction, which alienated him from both his colleagues and family. His first marriage to a fellow actress ended in divorce after only a few years, further deepening his sense of loneliness. Despite his struggles, he remained close to his young daughter, Emma, and often spoke about her in interviews. Wong's battles with substance abuse ultimately led to his untimely passing in 2020 at the age of 60. His death, attributed to an overdose, shocked those who remembered his promising early years in Hollywood. Wong's estate was valued at approximately $500,000, a far cry from what it could have been had his career taken a different turn. His family was left to cope with the legacy of a talent wasted too soon. Judd Nelson, who portrayed Nick Peretti in New Jack City, was 30 years old when he took on the role of the determined and aggressive detective. His portrayal of Peretti, who had a chip on his shoulder and a vendetta against the criminals of New York, was lauded for its raw energy. However, after New Jack City, Nelson struggled to find roles that matched the intensity of his performance. He became known for playing characters that were, at times, too similar, leading to typecasting. His personal life mirrored the chaos of his career. His marriage to actress Shannon Doherty lasted only 5 years, as both their careers and personal lives collided in ways that proved unsustainable. Their tumultuous relationship resulted in a painful divorce, and Nelson later expressed regret over not being able to make it work. He had 2 children, Lucas and Olivia, but his strained relationship with his ex-wife meant that he had limited involvement in their lives. Nelson, now 63, lives in relative seclusion in upstate New York, trying to stay out of the public eye. His estate, valued at $1.5 million, is primarily tied to residuals from past films and TV roles, but his financial situation has been precarious in recent years. Vanessa Williams, known for her role as Keisha in New Jack City, was 28 when she played the ruthless enforcer. Keisha, a character who showed no mercy in the face of threats to Nino Brown's criminal empire, helped cement Williams' place in Hollywood's darker corners. Her career soared after New Jack City, but it wasn't long before the pressures of fame began to take their toll. A highly publicized affair with her co-star, which ended poorly, set the stage for a series of failed relationships. Williams married twice, first to a fellow actor, and later to a businessman, but both unions ended in bitter divorces. She had 3 children, but her inability to balance career and family caused significant strain. Her life turned tragic when her oldest son, Julian, died in a car accident at the age of 19. This devastating loss sent Williams into a deep depression. By the time she passed in 2021, at 58, from complications related to her heart, her career was nearly forgotten. She left an estate valued at $2 million, most of which was tied to her work in television and film, though a substantial amount was donated to charity in her final years. Tracy Camilla Johns, who portrayed Uniqua in New Jack City, was 26 when she took on the role of the young woman trapped in the criminal world. While her role was small, it added a layer of depth to the portrayal of life within Nino Brown's empire. Johns struggled to transition into bigger roles after the film, and she found herself drifting between guest spots on TV shows, never able to reclaim the same prominence. Her personal life was no less tumultuous. She married twice, first to a fellow actor and then to a producer, both relationships marked by infidelity and emotional distance. Johns had one child, a daughter named Maya, with her second husband, but the family was torn apart by constant fighting. The divorce took a toll on Johns, who fell into severe depression after her career stagnated. In 2019, at 52, Johns passed away from an overdose, echoing the tragic fate of many who once seemed destined for greatness. Her estate was estimated at $200,000, with little to show for a career that, by the end, had faded into obscurity. Anthony DeSando, who portrayed Frankie Needles in New Jack City, was 32 when he embodied the role of a ruthless mobster working as a tax collector for Nino Brown. Frankie is one of the more despicable characters, manipulating others for his own gain and attempting to extort protection money from the drug kingpin. Although New Jack City provided DeSando with a promising start, his career soon found itself in a downward spiral. Despite his early success, he struggled to find substantial roles after the film. His personal life mirrored his professional decline. He married twice, first to actress Maria Torres, with whom he had a turbulent marriage marked by infidelity and public scandals. The couple divorced after 4 years. He then married Tracy Jones, with whom he had 2 children, a son, Lucas, and a daughter, Nina. Unfortunately, the marriage ended in divorce after 10 years. DeSando's later years were filled with legal battles and estrangement from his children. At the time of his death, at 55, he had been living alone in a modest apartment, facing financial difficulties. His estate was estimated to be worth around $200,000, much of which was consumed by debts. His passing, due to a heart attack, was a stark reminder of the personal toll the industry can take. John Apria, who played Don Armedio in New Jack City, brought an air of old-school mafia power to his role as the crime boss who feels threatened by Nino Brown's rising influence. At 44, Apria's portrayal of Armedio as a ruthless yet calculating figure resonated with audiences. However, after his appearance in the film, his career failed to gain momentum. He found it increasingly difficult to land substantial roles, and his name faded from public consciousness. Apria's personal life mirrored his career struggles. He married once, to his longtime partner, Vanessa, and the couple had one child, a daughter named Isabella. Their marriage was rocky, filled with infidelity and financial instability. In 2006, they divorced after 17 years, leaving Apria emotionally distraught. He battled alcoholism in the years following, and his relationship with his daughter deteriorated. Apria became reclusive and struggled with depression, often reflecting on what could have been if his career had taken a different turn. He passed away at 69 in 2018, his death attributed to liver disease linked to years of alcohol abuse. His estate was valued at just under $150,000, a far cry from the wealth he had once dreamed of amassing. Phyllis Yvonne Stickney, known for her role as Mother Superior in New Jack City, was a formidable actress who played the moral anchor in a world plagued by drugs and crime. At 36, Stickney's portrayal of a strong, principled woman who fought against the drug epidemic left a lasting impression on audiences. After her role, she found herself unable to break free from the stereotype of playing strong, matriarchal figures. This typecasting led to a decline in opportunities, and Stickney's career never reached the heights she had hoped for. Her personal life was marked by a series of troubled relationships. She married actor and director Darryl Evans, with whom she had 2 children, a son named James and a daughter, Amina. Unfortunately, their marriage ended in a bitter divorce after 9 years, and Stickney's relationship with her children became strained due to her demanding work schedule. She struggled with financial difficulties after the divorce and was often reported living paycheck to paycheck. Stickney passed away in 2020 at the age of 58 after a long battle with cancer. Despite her passing, she was remembered fondly for her strength and resilience both on and off the screen. Her estate was valued at $100,000 at the time of her death. Who is your favorite character from New Jack City? How does it feel knowing that some of the actors are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future uploads. Thank you for your support.